So firstly, I want to say exactly how weird it is for me to be doing a video about this. When I look back, obviously, as people know, I was able to invest and retire at the age of 27, so that was quite a long time ago now. And it wasn't until 2010 that I first appeared on stage. And, for a very long time, while I wanted to help people, I didn't really think that anyone would listen to me. While I'd achieved what I achieved, I still, like a lot of people, I had those self-doubts about, what the kind of difference that I could make. And to think, 7 years later, now having led workshops to over 14,000 people, having led, in both Australia and the US, and now being considered, the number one financial educator in Australia, I find it a little bit strange to be talking about how people can, spend some time with me, but it is something that we've had. We constantly get requests from. I mean, every single time I lead a workshop, there's always a bunch of people hanging around that want to speak to me and want to find out about how they can spend more one-on-one time with me. And it's something that we've kind of sat down and put our minds to and thought about how we can figure out. But, I know for me that the difference that it's made in terms of keeping very much in mind about who you spend your time with. And perfect example, and one of the reasons why we're actually doing this now is a few weeks back I was actually in Melbourne with Gary Vee. And I know many of you will know who he is. Many people may not know who he is, but he's probably the number one influence when it comes to social media and internet technology. So, being able to spend some time with him for a week, even still now, I'm struggling to get to sleep every night because my brain is just turning over and, I'm thinking about things very differently. I'm looking at issues that, as a business that we've dealt with and looking at again from the perspectives that I learned when I was with Gary Vee. There was a couple of real takeaways for me was firstly, primarily how human beings are always buying time. And I know that for many people, we often see quotes, and I know I've seen quotes myself about how it doesn't matter how rich you are, you can't buy time. But one of the things that Gary was saying was that we buy time all the time. As an example, I've got the new iPhone 10. I love my Apple products, and I know that, Android products are probably better, but I love that Apple ecosystem. And one of the things I love most about the Apple 10 that I've got now is I just look at the phone and it opens. Before I had to put my thumb on a phone, but that took an extra, quarter of a second. Before I had to enter a passcode, that took an extra half a second or an extra second. The reason why I love that technology is because it buys me time, and I know that for many people, that's why they want to reach their financial goals is because they don't want to spend to the age of 65 or 70 working their guts out. They want to be able to buy time and be able to spend time doing the things that they really love. Another thing that really springs to mind for me is, meeting Oprah. A couple of years back, I was very, very fortunate where I was able to spend about 20, 25 minutes with Oprah. And, we had this fantastic conversation about how she identified people to work with, how she builds her teams, how she identifies staff. And, we had this great conversation that really, what she shared with me about first identifying values. And of course, it was something that, I'd heard before, but being able to speak with her and listen to her perspective on it just gave me a whole new insight. And it really changed how I operated, like the actions that I took after coming out of meeting her. So, I can really understand why we get so many requests from people to be able to, spend one-on-one time. They're requesting that I mentor them, or how is it that they could possibly become, someone that works under me or spends more time with me. So we did a little bit of thinking about this, and we spoke to our venues, and we spoke to exactly how much it would cost for us to hire a second room, and we figured that out. We thought what we'll do is we'll have 20 spots. We basically just took the room hire, divided it by 20, and that's how we came up with the cost. So, the $29, it purely covers our cost. There's absolutely nothing in it for us. But we wanted to give people that opportunity to, if they want to come and spend some exclusive exclusive time with me, doing like a meet and greet where they can ask me questions, they can spend time with me. God knows, maybe they'll want to get a selfie or a photo with me. It kind of makes me laugh when I think about that stuff, considering I was doing the same stuff with like Gary Vee and Oprah and Richard Branson and people like that. So, But we know people want this, so it's something that we decided that we wanted to make available, and I'm just really looking forward to it, as it's something new and an opportunity for me to spend more time with the people that follow us and want to spend and follow us and our clients and things like that. So there's more details in the link that we've attached. Basically, this is the first time that we've ever offered. I don't know that we'll ever do it again. We're going to see how we go logistically. I mean, who knows, maybe it'll be a fantastic success and we actually do make this something that we do more regularly. But if it's something that you've wanted to do, is speak to me personally, then take advantage of it. It's only $29. We've included a bunch of stuff with it as well to make it really good value for people. And it's for our Perth workshop only, so we've only managed to do this for the Perth workshop, which is next Wednesday night. Okay, so guys, if that's something that interests you, I'd love to meet you and love to shake your hand, and looking forward to it very much. And like I said, it's all a little bit strange for me, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Thanks a lot, guys. So have a great enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.